So technology is a beautiful thing in the sense that, we kind of advance, we progress, things get easier to actually do, and it's just kind of impressive, AI technology, all the stuff. But overall, that same technology can be used to actually do more advanced type of scams in America, okay? Now, overall, after I did this video, it was like so scary to the point where I had to call my mom and tell her, hey mom, there's this new type of scam I want you to know about. In case this does happen, just know it's probably going to be a scam and you want to verify everything before you proceed to give somebody money. That's how advanced these scams are actually getting. Remember those scams where it's kind of like, you just kind of trick people into investing money? No, now things are just a lot more crazier overall. In this video, I'm going to break everything down. Now, as always, guys, like this video on top. Also, subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. Now, number one, guys, is going to be fake home from work ads. Okay, so overall, you see all these jobs that are saying, hey, if you're looking for a job and you want to work from home, go ahead, apply, and we're going to give you, for example, a training program. Is going to be about a week or 2 weeks, and then you're going to be officially going ahead and actually doing the actual work and actually being hired. Now, up to this point, everything sounds pretty good. Well, that's until I had a friend of mine, and she was actually searching for work on Facebook, and she found this ad, and the ad was saying exactly what I just told you guys. Okay, it was from a work from home position, and the idea was we're going to be a training program. But then here's the little caveat. Okay, they told her, hey, this work from home training is going to be paid. It's supposed to be a week or so, but sometimes payroll gets mixed up and sends you, for example, a full check. But what you want to do is make the deposit, and then after that, just send us the difference, half of the money, because obviously you're only being paid for a week. Now, that might seem, for example, like it's just a simple mistake, or they might just send you the check to your address, right? Now you have this check. It's more money than it's actually supposed to be. They tell you, hey, we know we sent you extra money. It was a mistake. We thought it was a 2 weeks training program. It's just actually 1 week. So we're going to have you deposit the check and then go ahead and send us the difference back to the account. And it's basically like a refund of sorts. Okay, now everything sounds just about great here. But here's what happens. Okay, whenever you deposit a dummy check into your bank, what usually happens is the bank gives you, for example, the full balance sometimes, depending on how long you've been with them. It's a courtesy. So now you get the full amount. Let's say that full amount is $200. They tell you, hey, send us the $100 back, okay? You send them the $100 back. Once the bank verifies that check and figures out, hey, this bank or this check has no source in actual funding, the bank will go ahead and basically just like take back the money, and now you have minus $200 in your account. But that person already got a real $100 from your account. That's how it kind of works. It's a real legitimate scam, not legitimate in the sense that it's actually legit and not punishable by law, but it is a legitimate scam people are actually doing right now, and you actually want to look out for it, okay? So be careful. Even looking for a job, you now can get scammed on the internet. Now, scam number 2, guys, is even crazier. Now, scam number 2, guys, is going to be crypto DM scams, okay? And not just crypto in the sense, but like just like overall using social media to DM people and basically steal money from them. Now, I have been basically a victim of this stuff for like the longest time. Not like I'm falling for it, but overall, people use my image to actually get people to give them money. So, as you guys know, I have this channel here. I talk about money and finance and investing. But one thing I've never done is ask anybody, hey, come give me your money and I'll invest it for you. I never do anything like that. And I don't really like crypto whatsoever. So you probably know that's not really my style. But for people that just basically follow me, all of a sudden they follow me on Instagram, all of a sudden another account that says Tommy with an O instead of a 0, or I mean backwards in a sense, but like not my official Instagram, obviously. They get sent like a DM, hey, I'm TommyBryson. You're like, oh my gosh, it's TommyBryson. Like, so cool, so cool. And then TommyBryson, fake one, asks you, hey, I have this whole website. We're investing money. You can look at it. It's legitimate. You invest money and it actually makes you some money every single day. Okay, that sounds pretty good. But then you go to the website and you open up an account, you sign up and everything like that. When you sign up, it shows you a legitimate interface, okay? You see a balance, obviously be 0, maybe a referral bonus or whatever with $5, $10 in there. You put in, for example, hey, it tells you, hey, You just deposit money via your crypto wallet, you send money over, and you see an actual update. It goes from being $0 to being $100. You come back tomorrow, it might be 105, 101. You see money is being produced. So all of a sudden, you want to put even more money into it. I had somebody call me and tell me, Tommy, I've been doing this with this guy pretending to be you for years now, and it cost me over like $20,000 or so. I was like, well, why would you think that's me? And you spoke to me on the phone before because I was doing like this whole Ask TommyBryson thing before, like on the channel, and I told you I don't do crypto, I don't do fast money. It's not what I do. I just invest into the Vanguard, so like index funds. Okay, so why would he do that? He said, I don't know why I did it. I kind of just wanted to make some fast money. Well, that's the cost of fast money. You know what I mean? So what happened was very simple. You see this whole interface is updating with the balance, but the minute you try to take money out, to withdraw money out, you will never see that money. You will be locked out the account. The website will shut down, and that's basically the end of it. You got scammed, you got finessed, it's over. You know, I don't have WhatsApp. I do have WhatsApp, but I don't have like a message me on WhatsApp and I'll give you like investment advice. I don't do any of that stuff overall. And you really want to make sure whenever you're on somebody's social media, like look at their official links, okay, and verify everything. Be very, very careful with this stuff. Now, number 3 is going to be something that actually happens with a lot of old folks, and it's basically depositing money to buy safe investments, and that's basically usually like bonds, you know. So I saw this video. It was an older lady, and she lost about $750,000. That is a real figure, like a real number. Pretty crazy, right? Her husband passed away, kind of vulnerable, has some money now, and now she's looking for a way to actually just make extra money or whatever, right? So she wants to buy bonds. And by the way, bonds is like, for example, you lending money to somebody and getting paid a fixed amount of interest. Now, at the time in Australia, the bond rates were like 1% or less. But she found this bond rate by comparing rates online for 5%. Now, obviously, the website was dumb. It was like a fake website. It was a dummy website. The whole thing was fake overall. And she actually deposited some money at first and bought some bonds, right? Or so she thought. Then she sent over more money and more money. And then when she tried to take money out and was like, hey, I'm not seeing any money come back to me, guess what? She never saw any money come back to her because it was just all a scam. And another guy fell for it too, and he sent over $56 to test it out first. And he bought some bonds, right? Because the whole website said there's this money, it earns this much interest. Like, just because a website shows something doesn't mean it's actually happening, okay? And then all of a sudden he sends over $100,000 the next day. Same story. The guy finessed, the guy leaves, and it's kind of almost impossible to track those people down once it's actually done and the check and the money has been processed and sent over. So it's kind of crazy, okay? So you want to be very, very careful with who you send your money to. My rule is like a simple one. You know, if the company is big enough, you will hear about it on the news. It will have, for example, a social media presence. Your friends will know about it. Employers will be using it. So my only companies that I basically use are going to be Vanguard, Fidelity, and Schwab's. I've used some of the online brokers before, which are legitimate and fine and so on, but I'm very careful when it comes to sending people up like large amounts of money and thinking that it's real, okay? If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And by the way, what they were actually promising this old lady was like 5%, and that might not sound attractive to you, but when the market is saying 1%, and somebody's offering you 5%, that's like 5 times more than average, right? So it kind of seems attractive, right? So that person lost their money. You want to be very careful with that stuff. Now, number 4, guys, is going to be now. By the way, number 5 is like the craziest one, so stick around for that one. But number 4 is going to be like phone scams. Okay, so phone scams, whether it's, for example, hey, your car insurance expired, or hey, your Medicaid thing is all the problem, or hey, we have a whole like package. I got that scam before, that we have a package for you here. Come pick it up outside. I was like, and I went outside and no, I was like, what the heck is going on here? It's like kind of crazy. But overall, when I was a lot younger and I didn't have a car or insurance, I was like, well, this is obviously a scam. But when you actually get older and you have these things and you kind of worry about them, these scams become a lot more susceptible, okay? You might actually fall for one of them, so just be very careful. So if you get a call about your car insurance being expired, the answer is hang up. It's fine, right? Just hang up and then just call your actual car insurance with the official number you actually know. Boom, that's it. Same thing with your Medicaid, your insurance, and everything else you have. Okay, that's just a bulletproof way to stop this scam. All right, that's it. Simple. Hang up, call back to the official number you have on your records, online, collaborate with the letters you actually gotten so far, and so on. And before you send somebody money, just verify, or just go to the physical place too, because that's also a possibility with most places. Now, number 5 is going to be one of the most disgusting scams I've seen so far. Is actually AI scams. So there's actually websites that allow you to actually, grab somebody's voice and with a sample be able to regenerate it. So for me, like I have over 1,000 videos with my voice and all my speaking patterns and so on. So you could just use one of these websites and just basically recreate my voice. It's kind of crazy, right? Now it doesn't stop there because it might sound fun, right? Well, that's kind of just like some fun, right? You can have an artist which raps and just like recreate their voice to actually make a new song or whatever. That's fine. But what do people do? They basically grabbed my speaking patterns, use AI to actually just do the whole thing. And now all of a sudden you can have my voice with the words they choose. So you could say something like, I've been kidnapped. I don't know what to do. Send me money, right? So I saw this story. There's a grandma, her grandson calls her and tells her, hey, please don't call my dad. I just got into a car accident. I hit a pregnant lady. It's a real story, by the way. I hit a pregnant lady, and he's like, talk to my lawyer, call my lawyer, call my lawyer. She goes ahead and calls his lawyer with his phone number that he basically gave her, calls the lawyer, another fake guy, obviously, and says, hey, yeah, he hit this pregnant lady, just sent over $6,000. Somebody's gonna be there to pick it up and just basically put it in a box and we'll pick it up or whatever, right? That happens. She puts the money in the box. Somebody comes pick it up, and then she never finds out about that person. Okay. There's also another lady where her daughter calls her and says, "Hey, I've been kidnapped. I've been kidnapped, mom," and it sounds exactly like a daughter because the AI software. Guess what? They say don't call anybody or we're gonna kill your daughter or whatever. All of a sudden now she's worried about the whole thing, and guess what? She sends money too. So again, scary thing, but it's one of those things where you kind of just gotta hang up the phone, hang up the phone, and basically call the real person and see exactly what is actually going on. You gotta be careful, because it could do like phone cloning thing where they actually call you with the number you think is actually that number, but it's not that number. So you want to be very, very careful with this stuff. But it is scary, and in that moment, you're probably not thinking about the math and the money and the scam. You're probably just thinking about this sounds exactly like my daughter or my husband or my grandparent or whatever, or my girlfriend, and it's some scary stuff. So be very careful with these scams. So I called my mom after this scam, and I was like, "Yo, mom, if you're ever gonna call and it sounds like me and I've been kidnapped or whatever, hang up the phone and just call me officially. Because either way, like you try to call me officially, like what's the difference, right? You know what I mean? So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Be careful. Scams are crazy, but one good thing happens when you get scammed once. You usually never get scammed again. But everybody got scammed. I've been scammed in several ways before. Well, really one overall twice. I've been scammed twice. I got scammed once. Somebody sold me a fake pair of Beats, and I was like, well, I got finessed because I was trying to get a discount or something, and that was kind of crazy. I got scammed by selling something. I sold my PlayStation 4, and the guy paid me with fake money. He paid me at night. That was a bad idea, right? So I couldn't really check the bill, and I was actually very inexperienced, so I got scammed that way. There are just a few scams overall. It's just a part of the game. I remember a friend of mine got scammed in the craziest way. He bought a camera, super expensive camera, and he was like, I got it for a really good discount. And when he gets the camera, in the box is a picture of the camera. Those are crazy stuff, man. But good stories, but kind of like just like disgusting people out there, man. You gotta be very careful. Yeah, it's not good, man. So just verify, and be very careful. If it sounds too good to be true, just look out. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell to notify. If I missed any new scams, comment them down below and let me know. Up here is another banger. Over here is my face. Subscribe, as always. Long Term Team officially out. Peace.